Woosah, woosah, find your inner peace, okay? Woo! Okay. Normally I, give a little spiel and then introduce the show. Let me just do it right off the bat. This is the Riding Bench Eagles podcast. I'm Asif Body, host of the show. I am a fan just like you. I want to support the Birds and get this team to go to the Super Bowl and get a Lombardi trophy, and I want to create an open platform and an open, media forum where the fans in the comment section can give their opinions unfiltered and give your thoughts about the Birds, okay? And if you're down with that and you want to support that, please shoot this video a thumbs up. Helps me get out to as many fans as possible. And shoot a subscribe button down below. Hit that bad boy. It doesn't cost you a damn thing. Do it out of the goodness of your heart. Thank you very much. Let's talk about this damn game because the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles played at Lincoln Financial Field where we were honoring LaShawn McCoy. And it ended up being a nail biter for no damn reason. Unbelievable this game was. I've never left a game with a win wanting to fire my head coach so badly. This game at home, mind you, at home was a damn indictment on this coach. And I'm not somebody who thinks Sirianni's a terrible coach. I'm not somebody who thinks he's the greatest coach since Slice, I don't know, give me a great head coach, okay? You name him, I don't think he's a great head coach. I think he's okay. I think he's an okay head coach. But damn it, after today, man, oh my God. I've never been so close to wanting to fire this man. I mean, geez Louise, dude. How are you in a 5-point ball game with the Jacksonville Jaguars with them having a shot to win the game with the ball in their hands, driving up the field? They have nobody. Nobody. Mind you, Jalen Hurts went 18 for 24, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had an additional 13 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown. Saquon Barkley had 160 yards on the ground, 40 yards on receptions for 2 touchdowns. Devonta Smith had the incredible one-handed grab in the back of the end zone. Saquon Barkley had the phenomenal zup, and then spinning hurdle, making a mockery of some NFL athletes. And yet, down to the wire, this game was. And then Nakobe Dean makes the play of his NFL career thus far, the game-sealing interception. In coverage, okay? He's in coverage, makes the game-sealing interception, a weak suit of his. So kudos to him for getting that play. Josh Sweat played an incredible game. Brandon Graham set the edge. I thought he played excellent. Cooper DeJean, I thought, played really well. Quinyon Mitchell, say less. Zach Bond was all over the field. This team, it's well constructed. I got to give Howie credit. Like he's done a good job, okay? I've been critical of Howie. And look, albeit some of the teams that we played the Browns, the Giants, we played a team like Jacksonville, right? Depleted teams. But the defense has showed out since the bye week. Got to give them credit because the bar was set so low for them. Okay? I was writing notes during this game, okay? And there were instances, man, where I'm just shaking my head. I counted up how many points this dude, Nick Sirianni, left on the board in this game. Okay? In the second quarter, with 5 minutes left to go, I would have taken the points there. It's 4th and 3. You throw a ball to A.J. Brown, slightly underthrown inside him. Pass breakup. No points on the drive. That would have been 3. In the third quarter, it's 4th and inches. You decide not to go for the tush push. And, again, I'm not upset you went for it there, but go with the tush push at that point. 4th and inches. If not, let's just assume go for 3 there, okay? Go for 3. You got 6 points on the board now, okay? We're keeping a tally. 2 attempts at 2-point conversions. You don't get any of them. You miss both of them. So, what could have been extra points turned into no points. So now that's 2 more points on the board. That's 8. And then, you got the, Jake Elliott, 57-yard kick. And, you missed the 57-yarder because you've iced your kicker the whole damn game. That's 3 points on the board. Oh, jeez, man. Okay, I add that up. I got 11 points left on the board. And let's just assume you want to get rid of the 4th and inches call, okay? Let's just say 8 points left on the board. How in God's name? I shouldn't say that. I don't want to put the Lord's name in vain here. Boy. Anybody who tells you here, don't look at the coaching staff when this team underperforms, is full of it. Okay? Because the team, at least this year, it's playing well. The roster is playing well. Vic Fangio has got this defense playing excellent ball. And then Kellen Moore has helped Jalen Hurts become a better quarterback. He's throwing the ball better than he has in his career. He's now cut the turnovers down. He's starting to run the ball more once again. Their identity is number 26, Saquon Barkley, with the sprinkling of Jalen Hurts in the ground game, plus over-the-top plays with Devonta Smith, who's a freaking stud, and then A.J. Brown. But this damn head coach is horrible with his decision-making. His emotional intelligence is so low. It's immature. He has no feel for the game. And because of that, you have to win these tight ball games because your head coach is incompetent and has no idea how the flow of a game is going. When that's his only job. You realize in the offseason, okay? X's and O's, he's not a part of. Game planning, not technically part of. His only job is to manage the game on Sunday. That's what this front office has delegated Nick Sirianni to do. And he's not doing that at a competent level. I don't care what anybody tells me anymore. We know as Eagle fans, we know what our eyes are seeing. Guy has no feel for the damn game. I don't mind you going and being aggressive on calls and going for it on 4th down. I think it's a good idea most of the time. But when your defense is dominating a football game, do you realize the first half the Jacksonville Jaguars didn't even break 50 yards? And you just keep going for it on 4th down, leaving points on the board. These points add up to a possession or two. And you're sitting here telling me this is the type of aggression that's going to beat a team like the freaking, Detroit Lions. That's going to beat a team like the Rams, the Niners, the Commanders, the Packers. Minnesota. All the teams you got to compete against in the NFC. Not to even mention the Arizona Cardinals, who are the lead in the NFC West right now. Oh, my God. The Jacksonville Jaguars had nobody. And it's a 5-point ball game. Less than 2 minutes to go with them driving up the field. And then Nakobe Dean makes the game-sealing interception. Like I said, the play of his damn career. It took that. It took Devonta Smith's one-handed grab in the back of the end zone. It took Saquon Barkley getting 200 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns by himself to win in spite of your head coach. And anybody who tells you in the NFL that coaching is not a big deal, look at this game. Look what Doug Peterson and this coaching staff did with nobody on their damn roster. And then look at the roster Philadelphia has. And what Sirianni continues to do week after week after week. Now listen, I give him credit for making the pivot at the bye week. For saying, hey, we're going to start running the ball a little bit more, make that our identity. Give him credit for that. Give him credit for, saying like, hey, put the heat on me. I get it. Whatever the product is out there, it's got my name on it. Understood. It's commendable for you to do that as a human being. And the players like Sirianni for what it's worth. They do. But this dude has no damn feel for the game. Emotionally immature, and it clouds his damn judgment. You left 8 points on the board. This was you basically doubled their net total in yardage. And it was somehow a 5-point game with them having control of it. Like I said, I've never been so close in a win, wanting to fire my damn head coach. And now it's official. To me, as an Eagles fan, I've tried to support the guy for the most part. It's official to me. After this game, he ain't coming back. He shouldn't come back in the offseason. He should be gone. This guy is costing this team. He's going to cost this team games when it matters most. And now it's official. Truly official. Because I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt of the job he did in 2022. But Shane Steichen, John Gannon are both head coaches right now. Look what Steichen's doing with the Colts, with Flacco and Anthony Richardson at quarterback. Look what John Gannon is doing with the Arizona Cardinals. They're leading their division with the win on the Niners. And then we have freaking this bozo, Nick Sirianni, who's just trying to give the game to the team like the Cleveland Browns, like the Jacksonville Jaguars. Costing us games like he did in Atlanta. Trying to lose us the game like he did against the Saints. We won that game, 15-12, but he tried to lose the game. And I'm getting angry. And I shouldn't, making my blood pressure go up. And I know fans in the comment section are going to be like, calm down. Win's a win. You got the win. Why are you so angry? Because I want a damn Super Bowl. That's what I want. You're not beating Detroit. You're not beating Green Bay. You're not going to beat the Commanders. Because Dan Quinn's doing a phenomenal job. Brian Johnson and Kingsbury are coaching up Jaden Daniels. He looks good. They look good. They look like every week they're just learning how to win game after game after game. Here's an exercise for you, for anybody who supports Sirianni. Look at the coaches in the NFC East. Rank them 1 to 4 from best coach to worst coach. And try to convince me you don't have Sirianni at number 4. try to convince me. I mean, Mike McCarthy's a better coach. Dan Quinn is a better coach. Brian Daboll is a better coach. Here's another exercise for you, for anybody who wants to support Sirianni, because this Eagles team wins in spite of this guy. This roster is so talented that it just wins games based on their talent alone. They're never put in position to make just the easy plays on a consistent basis. Look at the coaches in the NFC as a conference. And tell me in a playoff game, if you had Sirianni versus a guy like Dan Campbell and Ben Johnson as a duo, you wouldn't side with the Lions? Nick Sirianni versus Kyle Shanahan. Shanahan wouldn't get the edge? How about the Rams with McVay? He wouldn't get the edge? Todd Bowles. He's owned Jalen Hurts. You wouldn't side with Todd Bowles in that sense with Liam Cohen? Arizona. Hell, they went head-to-head one time and Gannon got the best of him already. You telling me you wouldn't give the edge to Gannon? Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota? Edge there. Jaden Daniels with Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury, Brian Johnson, they got the edge in coaching. There's no game that matters in the NFC where you can tell me that Sirianni is clearly the better coach. It's all good when everything's on schedule and the team is flowing and you got the edge. And even then, in a game like today, you almost cost this damn team because of your freaking incompetence. I've never been so close to being done with a head coach after a victory. I've never seen anything like it. This guy is going to lose us a game when it matters most. Because you have a roster that is Super Bowl capable. I'm going to say it now because it is. It's a good roster. I've been apprehensive about it up to this point. It's good enough to at least get to a Super Bowl in the NFC. But boy, oh boy, you got a coach who doesn't know what the hell he's doing within the flow of a game when that's his only job! Botches challenges, botches extra points attempts, has no feel for when to go for it and when not to go for it on fourth down. It took him forever to realize, let's run the ball with this team. You could put a ham sandwich with a freaking headphone set and he'd do a better job. It's malpractice. Oh, my God. But you know what we're going to hear? A win is a win. I don't give a shit. Yeah, you got the win. Good for you. You want a glass of milk and cookies? You beat the Jaguars. Good for you. But it was a damn close ball game when you were up virtually 13 to nothing. You held them to 31 yards in the first half virtually. And it somehow became a ball game. Because your head coach doesn't have any feel for the game. Because our head coach, I shouldn't say yours, our head coach doesn't know when to take points. You know, my buddy does a Colts show when Frank Reich was the head coach there. Same damn issue. Had no feel for when and when not to take points. It's one thing to be aggressive. It's another thing to be stupid. And that's what Sirianni is being in these games. And because you have one of the most talented rosters in the NFL, you've gotten away with it. Against the Saints, the Browns, the Jags here. You've gotten away with being stupid in your attempts and stupid in your decision making. If I'm the Eagles, I don't bring this bozo back in the offseason. He's done. Literally anybody else would do a better job. he's going to cost you a damn game. This team, this Eagles football team, wins in spite of its head coach. They win in spite of him. I've seen enough now. And I was giving him credit the past 2 to 3 weeks. Because I'm trying to be fair here. But this is incompetence. And the sooner this organization understands you can't have a head coach who makes decisions like this, the better it will be long-term for your franchise. I'm getting so angry, I'm getting neck pain right now. That's how angry I am. Oh, my God. And now you got a game against the Dallas Cowboys coming up. A big division game where, again, the coaching mismatch is apparent from head coaches. You're lucky you got the better roster than Dallas, and you should win, and it can mask a lot of the deficiencies from this head coach. But when the talent is comparable, and you're playing against a good team like the Commanders, like the Ravens, like the Steelers down the road here, these are not games that you can just write off as victories. Because our head coach, Nick Sirianni, despite the backwards hurdle and juking moves of Saquon Barkley, despite those spectacular one-handed catches by Devonta Smith, despite the no-turnover game and control of the game with Jalen Hurts, despite what this defense has done the past month now, any team is in a ball game with the Philadelphia Eagles because Nick Sirianni has proven to be, once again, incompetent in decision-making and game planning. And the worst indictment of it all is Doug Peterson's on the other sideline with the Jacksonville Jaguars when they have nobody. Like, literally, none of their starters virtually are on the damn field. And despite that, they're going shot for shot with you in the fourth quarter. It's unbelievable. I cannot wait to watch these press conferences with Nick Sirianni going forward and having him try to justify his stupid rationale. This week going into Dallas is going to be freaking interesting. Damn interesting. Hey, thank you so much for watching the Riding the Bench Eagles podcast. If you want to continue to support the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. Also, check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Riding the Bench Eagles Pod. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it, we're on there. Thank you so much for listening, and please join us next time here at the Riding the Bench Eagles podcast.